Hello everyone! Welcome to Bright Lab Tutorials. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button to keep you updated on my tutorials. Today, we're going to add and subtract rational expressions. As with multiplying and dividing, the steps for adding and subtracting fractions can be applied to rational expressions. A least common denominator or LCD is required before a fraction is combined. If you need to know how to get the least common denominator of a fraction, check the link above for my other video. Example, we're going to add x plus 6 over 3x plus 1 plus this rational expression here, x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. You notice that the denominators are the same for both, so we simply write the denominator and add the numerator as is. So we'll write here x plus 6 plus x plus 1. Combining like terms, x plus x is 2x. And then 6 plus 1 is 7 over 3x plus 1. So this is our final answer. Okay, for our next example, let's add 3 over 2x squared plus x plus 2x over 6x plus 3. First, let's factor the denominators. And you notice that the denominators are not the same, so let's factor this denominator first. Common factor for this term here is x. So we factor out x. Dividing each term by x gives us 2x plus 1. Plus, okay. Here, the common factor here is 3. So we factor out 3. We divide each term by 3, which gives us 2x plus 1. We'll just write the numerator of 2x. Okay. Now, getting the LCD, you notice that 2x plus 1 is common to both. So, part of our LCD will be 2x plus 1. And then 3 is common here. 3 appears once here and also x appears once here. So we have to get 3x as part of our LCD. So now our LCD is 3x times 2x plus 1. So let's first write our numerators here and then put a parenthesis and then the sign, which is positive, and then write the second numerator and then put a parenthesis. So now let's divide each term here. So dividing 3x times 2x plus 1 with x times 2x plus 1, x and x cancels out, even 2x plus 1 cancels out, leaving us with 3. So that's the number that we need to write here above. Next, for the second expression, okay, so let's divide 3x times 2x plus 1 with 3 times 2x plus 1. You notice that 3 cancels out with 3 and 2x plus 1 as well, leaving us with just x. So we write x here. Next, let's distribute or multiply. So we have 9 plus 2x times x is 2x squared over our denominator 3x times 2x plus 1. And we can no longer simplify this, so therefore this is our final answer. For our next example, we have x over x squared minus 7x plus 6 minus x plus 4 over 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. You notice again that they're different denominators, so we need to factor the denominators first. So for this one, this is a trinomial, so we get the factors of the trinomial. First, let's get the factors of x squared. So we have x and x. Next, let's get the factors of 6 such that when we add or combine them, we'll get a negative 7x. If we use 2 and 3, yes, these one are the factors of 6, but if we're going to combine them, it will give us 5. So that's not the factors that we're looking at. How about 6 and 1 for factors of 6? Yes, 6 and 1, if we combine them, that will give us 7. But we need a negative 7. So our factors will be negative 6 and negative 1. Why negative 6 and negative 1? Because once we multiply negative 6 and negative 1, that will give us a positive 6. So our factors are correct. For this trinomial over here, let's get the factors of this one. So 3x squared, if we get the factors of that, we have 3x and x. And then factors of 1, negative 1, is 1 and 1. So since we have a third factor of a negative 1, one will be positive and the other one is negative. Remember, we need to get a sum of negative 2x. So first, let's find the factors of the inner and the outer term. So we have, if we multiply these two, we have x. And then this one, we have 3x. Since we need a negative 2x, this one should be negative while the other one is positive. So therefore, this will be a negative 1 and this one is positive 1. Now, to get our LCD, you notice that x minus 1 is common to both of them. So that's part of our LCD. X minus 1. X minus 6 appeared once here, so that's also part of our LCD. And also 3x plus 1. Okay, so the easiest way is just, copy the numerator and put a parenthesis minus our numerator for the second one, and then a parenthesis. Next, let's divide. X minus 1 times quantity x minus 6 and 3x plus 1 divided by this factors. X minus 6 and x minus 1 cancels with these two over here, leaving us with just 3x plus 1. So that's the thing or the term that we need to write here. Next, let's divide the second term. So this denominator divided by this. Okay, 3x plus 1 cancels with this and x minus 1 cancels with that one, leaving us with just x minus 6. So that's the one that we need to write over here. Okay, next let's distribute x to each term inside the parentheses. So that will give us 3x squared plus x. Okay, minus. Now, since we have a negative sign over here, and this is a binomial multiplied by a binomial, let's do the FOIL method. But because we have a negative sign here, let's just put it in a parenthesis. So FOIL method, so first, x times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. 4 times x is positive 4x. And 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. And if we combine negative 6x plus 4x, because they are like terms, that will give us negative 2x. Okay, so we have negative 2x. And since we have a negative sign, it means to say that we have to change all the signs inside the parentheses because of this negative sign over here. So our numerator would look like this one. Okay? And then let's write our denominator. Okay. Next, let's combine like terms in our numerator. So 3x squared minus x squared gives us 2x squared. And then let's combine the x's. So x plus 2x gives us positive 3x. And then our constant of 24 over our denominator. Okay. And here is our final answer. And for our last example, we have a combination of subtraction and addition of rational expressions. So you notice that all the denominators are not the same. So let's get the factors of each one. So for this term, x is common. So we divide everything by x, leaving us with x plus 2. Here, x is also common. And dividing everything by x simply gives us x minus 1. This is a trinomial, so we get the factors of this. Factors of x squared is x and x. Factors of negative 2, that will give us a sum of positive 1x. Okay, negative 2 is 2 and 1. And since we need a positive x, so this one will be positive. And this is negative. Okay, so getting our LCD for this particular fraction, we have this one and also this, so we'll get that as part of our LCD. X minus 1, common to with this 2, that's also part of our LCD. And since x is only appears here 1, so that is also part of our LCD. And then let's copy the numerator to make it easier for us to add and subtract. Then minus x, then the parenthesis, plus 2x, and then parenthesis. Okay, let's divide. Okay, let's divide this denominator by this, which is also equal to this. Okay, so if we divide, x and x plus 2 cancels out with this one, leaving us with just x minus 1. So let's just write it here. Next, okay, this one again divided by this one, which is also equivalent to this, leaves us with just x plus 2. So let's write it here. And then last, this one divided by our trinomial here, which is these factors, leaving us with just x. So let's just write it there. Next, let's distribute. 3x times x is 3x squared minus 3x minus, again, negative x times x is negative x squared. Negative x, so don't forget the sign there, multiply by 2 gives us negative 2x. And then last, 2x times x is simply 2x squared. Okay, then our denominator of x times x plus 2 and x minus 1. Okay, now let's simplify our numerator. So let's add all the x squared, combine like terms. So 3x squared, negative 2x squared, and positive 2x squared gives us positive 4x squared. And then combine also the x, negative 3 and negative 2x, negative 3x and negative 2x is negative 5x, all over our denominator. Okay, so this is now our final answer. I hope these exercises help you understand adding and subtracting rational expressions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.